I suppose a further change that's being experienced in workplaces at the moment is the furloughing of certain staff as well. And so I was wondering, would you have any specific advice for staff who have been furloughed, or maybe for managers, or how that whole circumstance?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I think the concept of furloughing could give people huge opportunity for self-development.
Mhm.
To learn, I mean, want to learn more about themselves and, to use some of the many management tools to learn more about your own traits and, things like MBTIs and all sorts of things that you can do to actually uncover more about yourself, but also just reflection. Take time to think about where you want to be, even if it's where you want to be in 5 years' time. I know we're coming out of a crisis, but I'll tell you what, there is nothing better than focusing on the future in times of crisis. So where do you want to be in 5 years' time? And what do you want to do? Or what can you do in order to get there? So, individuals may have, so they're going to have a fair bit of time on their hands.
Mhm.
There are courses that they can do. The Open University run a free program called Future Learn. Oh yeah, I've done lots of work around cultural intelligence. I've done lots of work around, ethnicity and disability. I've done work on programs on autism, all through Future Learn, and they are free. And these are development programs for individuals. So there's lots of tools and learning that is available free. So think about, if you start to think about your 5 year plan, where do you want to be? Where would you ideally like to be in 5 years? And start to piece up where you are now, where you want to be, and what are the different things that you need to put in place in order to get there. Because once you've written that down and it becomes visible, what tends to happen is that sticks in your head.
Mhm.
And when, say, for example, one of those, growth areas happens to be, learning more about, say, Asperger's, because you want to work for an Asperger's charity in 5 years' time. Everything you see will have some connection to Asperger's. It just happens automatically, because when that's in your head, it's like buying a green car. You think, I'm going to buy a green car because nobody else in the world has a green car. What happens when you buy a green car?
See
You
lots
see
of
hundreds of green cars. Things tend to veer. It's almost like serendipity. Things happen, and they happen naturally when you've got a plan and when you can visualize that plan, because you will see different opportunities all of the time that link into your plan. Without a plan, you've got nothing. You know, in fact, there was a term that I read recently that said, you've got to see it to be it. And I thought that was really, really powerful. So yeah, start developing yourself. As I say, there's loads of different things. Also, take this opportunity to think about the new work world. And what I mean by that is, maximize on the technology. We know that when we go back, everybody's going to be using Zoom, everybody's going to be using Skype, and everybody's going to be using Microsoft Teams. Managers are going to get wise, leaders are going to get wise to the fact that one huge purpose in terms of saving the environment. Why should we send 10 people to Manchester on a course when we can do it via Skype? It's a no-brainer. So make sure that you learn more about what technology is available for communicating. Set up little networks and do it with your friends. Practice, practice, practice. I mean, 5 weeks ago, I didn't have a clue that I could do breakout rooms in Zoom and Microsoft Teams. You know, I was worrying about stuff um, uh, before I knew what the capabilities of these platforms were. And I was really concerned about, so how am I going to get a breakout? How am I going to get small groups together to work together? You can do all of that, you know, all of it on the technology. So, you know, start reading, start getting to know that technology, and you will learn that you can do so much more. And I'll give you, in fact, I'll wait for the next sort of question and I'll answer that. But hopefully that's given you a flavor. Develop yourself, you know, use the time, make that plan and go for it, because I know that you have a plan, you have it written down, you get it, you cement it in your head, and you will achieve it. So there you go.
Super.